Hi everyone, it's Miss Akvari in the library. I wanted to tell you about the book Genesis Begins Again by the author Alicia Williams. This is a book from our teen issues section. You can see the red tag here. That means that the book deals with a lot of real life situations, deals with characters going through things that we can all either relate to or learn from. In this book, the main character Genesis actually has a list of things that she hates about herself, which when I read that, it made me really, really sad. She got this list from a couple girls that went to school with her, and it made her really hurt and angry. But the bad thing is, she kind of started adding to it. She didn't disagree with the things the girls were saying, which is kind of tough to read. The first thing that Genesis is really frustrated by is her appearance. So you can see on the cover art, Genesis has very dark skin. Her mother is lighter skinned than her, and she gets compared to her mother a lot of times and is always hearing how beautiful her mother is. And so in Genesis's mind, having lighter skin means you're prettier, you're more attractive. And Genesis has been on the receiving end of a lot of discrimination based on the way she looks, the way her hair is, how dark her skin is. And so she really hates that about herself, and she wishes she could change it. She tries to find ways to change that. Another thing that's on Genesis' list that we read about is kind of how unstable her life can be, and that's due to some things going on in her family. So when the book starts, Genesis is on her way home from school. She has a couple friends coming over with her, and they walk up to Genesis' house and find all of their stuff on the front lawn. So Genesis and her family have been evicted from their home because they're behind on their rent. And so this means Genesis has to move again. This is not the first time this has happened. She has to change schools again, and that makes life really difficult. And she resents that a lot, that her parents aren't able to keep up with their bills. And we learn there are some reasons for that. Her dad is having some struggles in his life that makes it hard for him to keep up with work and makes it hard for him to pay rent on time. But understandably, that's really hard for Genesis. And so they start in a new school, in a slightly new location, and Genesis makes a couple friends, which is kind of new for her. She makes a connection with one of the teachers at the school, and that's really kind of new, to have an adult who's really believing in her and supporting her in a new way. And so it's really interesting to read that and see Genesis start to kind of deal with what happens when things can go right. So if you like stories where the main character is dealing with a lot of real life issues, if you've ever felt like you're unhappy with your appearance, or if just this would happen in my family, or if this would happen at home, things would be different, you might enjoy reading Genesis Begins Again.